Men are not afraid of a female-led society because men understand that a female-led society is a female-maintained society, and as we have seen, women will not sustain a society that is maintained by females. As a collective, with respect to the majority of said collective, women are not interested in maintaining infrastructure jobs. So in a female-led society, power, water, and sanitation, just to name a few, are some of the occupations that will take a hit in a female-led society. The basic necessities that we take for granted are all things that males provide. So even if women usurped authority over men temporarily, they would inevitably return said power back to men. Because in order to do those jobs, men would simply request pay that puts them back in power. And as we know, the golden rule is whoever has the gold makes the rules. If women decide that women do not want to pay men to do those jobs, then the earth is large and men will leave. Protection. For most men, protection must be incentivized. As men, there's only so many of us that will be shamed into protecting things that we do not desire. And as opposed to taking the life of those things that we do not desire, we will simply let them die. Which is why men are increasingly not protecting women now. In a female-led society, based upon the behavior we see today, feminism will reign supreme. As the mantra reigns supreme in a female-led society that men are the ultimate perpetrators of violence, women will need protection from men. And who do you think women are going to go to for that protection? Right, men. As a consequence, yet again, men will set a price for protection that women will have to meet in order to be protected. As a consequence of not meeting this fee, men will allow the bad men to do what they do. Women that have the money to pay for this protection will, and the women that don't will not. Inevitably, the women that do not have this money will feel unprotected and will attempt to use any other means by which to garner protection from men, thereby uprooting the culture by introducing back into that society the traditional family. And as we all know, the traditional family is a hierarchy where the men have power. A female-led society will bleed on itself, in more ways than one, because all of the female products in hygiene will essentially stop being made unless men get paid to make them. And what will men do? That's right, set their price. And that price will be set in such a fashion as to put men back in power. With great power comes great responsibility, and unless you're going to handle those responsibilities on your own, then it's best to delegate power. With great power comes great responsibility, and unless women are going to maintain society by themselves, then they must inevitably delegate responsibility. And in order to delegate responsibility, you must inevitably traverse power. In layman's terms, what is a company without its employees? It is possible that women will get rid of the men that do not want to submit to their rule. The question is how many men will that be? And the answer is all men that have the desire to be masculine, heterosexual, and assertive. Leaving a society full of women and men that do not wish to maintain infrastructure jobs and men that do not wish to procreate with women. Historically, this is the type of society that will eat itself. Puns everywhere in this video. As women increasingly out-earn men and beat their chest about it, men will increasingly stop earning for women. As a consequence, women will use said money to pay men for the luxury of those jobs that substantiate their needs. Men will become the primary consumers as women will become the financial breadwinners. And inevitably, men will purchase those things that only benefit men. There will not be a market for tampons. There will not be a market for makeup. There will not be a market for anything that women want. And quite quickly, those things that men want will become the market. Just imagine a mall, no more Forever 21 and Victoria's Secrets, but rather sports bars, GameStops, and firearm expos. So this is a public service announcement to the women that feel like they've been marginalized in society and feel as though a female-led society would be the solution. The men's response? Bring it on. Bars.